take too much time tonight, but I just wanted to kind of give everybody an update. There's been a lot of wrong slides I have thrown up here. Hold on. I'm trying to have a new feature of our presentation stuff. I might just messed it up. There's been some advancements in some of the software we're using. On one side, we use a software called Simple Church, which is what we use to kind of keep track of members. And when Miss Ellen does phone trees, you get the text and stuff. She uses those systems. And then we use, obviously, streaming and different platforms. So we have a couple different options of some apps and some ways that you guys can get a hold of the sermons and listen to things. And so I just wanted to make sure everybody, some of you may be aware of some of this, but I'm sure not everybody is. So I just wanted to real quickly go through things so you guys could get caught up. So there's generally 5 ways that you can hear stuff. So on CurrytownBaptist.com, on our website, we do have an embed of the service stream. So you could go there during a service and watch the stream from the media page. You also can go to Facebook and YouTube. Those are live streamed there, as well as sermonaudio.com. And they have some apps, which I'll tell you about in a second. Facebook, YouTube, and sermonaudio.com are kind of the main places. YouTube, if you're going to use Facebook, YouTube, I would use YouTube just because it's easier to get there and to find the live stream. Facebook has become very, very hard to kind of go through and find the live stream. Even if you go to the church page during the service and try to find it, just the way Facebook has become, it's a pain. We're still going to keep streaming there because it doesn't hurt us, but just be aware, Facebook is definitely not the easiest way to go about it. I don't know what's going on with it, Lee. I'll just let you run it back there. Can you give me on this one? This one here is fine. So from sermonaudio.com, we do send the sermon after the service. It does send it to. It is possessed. It acts like I put timers on it, which I didn't. We do send from sermonaudio.com. We send out the sermon as podcasts to a bunch of different. So Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, plus all those other ones. And Lee has those up there. So if you listen to podcasts, kind of no matter where you get your podcast, Spotify, any of those places, you can find the church page. You can get access to all the sermons and everything right there. Okay, so that is an option for you guys to listen to. Sermonaudio.com is a website that's been around for a very long time. We've participated in posting sermons there for years, probably about a decade. So over the years, though, they've opened up their features a lot more for what you could pay for without having to do extra things. So on sermonaudio.com, it does post a live stream there. So you can go there, and there are several different apps that we have. Lee, is that thing acting straight yet? All right. There's several different apps that Sermon Audio has available for Google, iPhones. They even have them for your TV. So if you have a Roku TV, if you have Apple TV, if you have some of those smart TVs, you can download the Sermon Audio app on there. So if you're going to miss a service and you need to watch a live stream, I would recommend either YouTube or finding a Sermon Audio app that you can pull it up on. Ministry One is an app that you can download. Still doing it, Lee. Ministry One's an app that you can download that's connected to Simple Church, right? So Ministry One, it's the little purple cross that you just saw up there. That you can access sermons after. We don't live stream to that, but we do post to that through Sermon Audio. We do post to Ministry One all the previous sermons, so you can go back and listen to them. But what's nice there is it also has an online directory. So the directory that Miss Ellen just did not too long ago and printed out for people, there's that in electronic form within that app, right? So what you do is you download that app, you search for Currytown Baptist, Lexington, North Carolina, you choose our church. You should be able to see our logo. And then you can get access to the directory. You can get access to online giving. If you participate in online giving, you can create your ministry ID, which will link up that account, and you'll be able to use that to either see your giving or go right to the giving page to do some giving through that if you'd like as well, okay? So that's kind of a nice feature. And then sermonaudio.com, Lee's going to find a way to beat this one way or the other. All right, sermonaudio.com has 3 different apps, okay? So that was kind of what I wanted to show you guys. So they have the sermon audio app. All right, let's talk about that real quickly. Go back real quick. I just forgot about that. All right, so here it says 2015. We have over 1,200 sermons in video and audio. We have 50 plus speakers, 58,000 audio plays, and 13,000 video plays on that, okay? So a lot of stuff. The next slide there, Lee. Just in the last 2 years, our messages from this church have been played in 101 countries in all 50 states with over 30,000 plays on all of them, okay? So this is seen by a lot of places. We do get feedback. Brother Adams' lesson he taught on Catholicism a few months ago. We got a nice gentleman that emailed us because he listened to it on sermonaudio.com, wanted me to inform Brother Adam of his error in his false accusations of the Catholicism. Okay, all right. So you can listen to within these apps you can listen to it by speaker, you can listen to it by sermon series or different things. But it's we get a lot of folks that listen to this weekly, listen to all the sermons. You can do a lot within the app. So even if you decide you don't want to listen to preacher all the time, I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you did, you can find a lot of other good churches as well. I'll go to that first sermon audio app, Lee. I'm sorry, the 2 down from there. All right, so the sermon audio app, this here is the first one. This is their old app that they have. I would recommend this app if you are challenged by technology and you want to download this on your smartphone to use it. I would use this app here because all you have to do is there's a tab where you can go to My Church. You click on that little thing that says My Church, and then you search for Currytown Baptist, and then you save it as your church. And then from then on, all you do have to launch it, go to My Church, and all of our stuff is right there. That is the simplest one, okay? And everything has access to all the same pieces. So they also have 2 more apps, which I'm going to talk about. But this is the one that's their older one. I don't know how much longer they're going to support it, but it does currently exist. All right, go to the next one, Lee. Sermon Audio 2.0. That's their second app that they've just redid. It's essentially just like the first one, except it's built in newer code, so it looks fancier and has all the same features and everything's in it. However, one thing I say makes it a little more difficult is this requires you to create a login. It's not complicated, but again, if you don't like messing with having an email address and all that kind of stuff, use the first one because you don't have to have it. This one here is going to ask you to create a login. It's really simple. Just put an email, you create your login, and then you have a login to the app. And then same kind of thing. You can choose Currytown Baptist as your church, and then you can go to that page and have access to it. You can see a couple of screenshots I have up there and again, all live streams happen within these apps too. So as soon as we're live streaming, you can go right in there and find it. So this is their second app, and again, it's a little nice. It has a lot of the same features, but it's a little cleaner. And if you don't mind creating accounts and doing things, this would be the one for you. All right, the next one, Lee. All right, then Church One by Sermon Audio. It has you see the little picture of the church, and if you have any questions about these, you can talk to me or Lee. We can help you with it. But this one here is essentially their Sermon Audio 2.0 app. But what they've done is they've created it so you can just go in there and select the church that you want and have it just be for that church. So essentially in this one, you could create it. I think you have to create a login, but then you can choose, once you choose Currytown Baptist, when you open that app, it just has Currytown Baptist stuff in it. The live stream comes to that. You can get access to all the historical messages preached by anybody who's been preaching here, all the same kind of things. But you don't have to worry about, if you're not worried about, hey, maybe it'd be nice to listen to some other preachers or anything like that, you're not going to get that in here. And they provide this as part, since we pay for the service to post our stuff that we, all of these things. None of this stuff we paid, the apps and so forth, we don't pay extra for any of this stuff. It just comes with the services that we pay for in order to be able to post these up there. All right, Lee, the next one there. And then, as I said, they also have app for, obviously, phones, iOS, Android, Amazon Echo, Android TV, Chromecast, Roku, Apple, Amazon Fire, Kindle, on your watch. So Sermon Audio has an app for all these devices that you can download and get access to the church stuff with, okay? And then lastly, I'll have these out on the outreach table. Little business card. It's got our information on the front, and on the back is a QR code. on that QR code, which I have up here, is a link list essentially for all the apps and everything. So feel free to take these and use them. Hand them out to folks that may be looking for something to listen to. That's fine. And also in the back here, we've got our live streaming phone number, which is, I haven't talked about much, but we do still, when the pandemic started, we started streaming to a 1-800 number so that those who don't have smartphones and things like that could listen to it. We still do that. That's still available. The number's on the back here. It's another way to listen to it. Obviously, it's 90-year-old technology. It's based on old 2-wire audio, so it's really, really low quality, and it's going to be based on whatever your phone is, right? But it's still a way to listen. So it's still available. I have it on here. We have it on all our stuff so that you guys can get access to it. But I just want to let you guys know, download those apps, use them to listen. It's great to be able to mow the yard and listen to preaching. Oh, and also special music. We can't post special music on sermon audio because of copyright issues, right? They don't like music on their stuff. But what we do on YouTube is when we do have the services, Lee will usually try to record the special singing, the choir, maybe the offertory, and the preaching as like separate files, and then we upload them to YouTube. So Facebook doesn't store long-term things that we record, but YouTube does. And in YouTube we have playlists, right? So you go to YouTube, you can go to playlists. I think he has special songs, special singing playlist, which is just a chronological list of all the special singing, right? Same thing on choir. There's a choir specials list, right? So if you want to try to check out some of the specials, or you just want to hear some uplifting music, you can go to YouTube. You can go to the church page, click on playlists, and you can check one of those, and you can scroll through. I mean, you can tell it to jump around and play random songs or whatever as well. So I wish I could put special singing a little easier access, but that's as best as we can do right now. But again, as soon as these services are done, they're posted on sermon audio for historical listening within usually an hour. So, as soon as you guys leave church, you guys will get access to that sermon. So you guys can listen to anything back to, like I said, 2015 practically. So if you have any questions, see Lee or I, but please take use of these, all right?